So, guys, I wasn't even planning on talking about this today. Why? Because I had already gone through the articles people were sending in and was already ready to do the show before this even hit the blogosphere. But that's part of the joy of Get Your News On with Ron. In real time, we're figuring out what's going on in the world. It's like waking up in the morning and going, hey, I want to get my news on. I want to find out what's going on in the world, except we do that as a group. And I know it's not morning for everybody. I know in my time zone, it's morning. At least it's 10 a.m., which is a comedian's morning, believe me. I do consider this a morning show. I always have. I know some people are like, it's 10 a.m., Ron. Yeah, I'm a comic, okay? I'm a comedian. I've been a comedian for a while now. 10 a.m. is early morning for me, and it probably always will be. But this is breaking news. I just saw this as I was about the show was already prepared. People had tweeted me articles. I went through our Reddit subsection. I picked out the stuff for today. I kind of just went in order. I'm not going to get to everything today. But then this just happened. Lucy stood up. That's how breaking it is. And she's like, what's going on? What is breaking, Ron? I am up and in position. You're altering the show? Why are you doing that? Well, because Donald Trump ousted John Bolton. President Donald Trump, this is from the New York Times. This is breaking. This is happening right now. President Trump announced on Tuesday, that's today, that he had fired John R. Bolton, his third national security advisor, on Tuesday amid fundamental disagreements over how to handle major foreign policy challenges like Iran, North Korea, and most recently Afghanistan. Bolton's plan was, let's just bomb the shit out of everywhere. I guarantee that's Bolton's plan. All right, so here's what Trump said. I informed John Bolton last night that his services are no longer needed at the White House. And President Trump tweeted this. I disagreed strongly with many of his suggestions, as did others in the administration, and therefore I asked John for his resignation, which was given to me this morning. I thank John very much for his service. Mr. Bolton offered a different version on how the end came in his own message on Twitter shortly afterward. I offered to resign last night, and Trump said, let's talk about it tomorrow. This is what John Bolton claims. And responding to a question from the New York Times via text message, John Bolton said it was his initiative. Offered last night without his asking, he wrote, slept on it, and gave it to him this morning. So Bolton saying, it was my idea. You didn't fire me. I quit. Trump saying I fired him. Now, a couple other folks in the White House, according to what I've seen on Twitter so far this morning, they actually back up Trump's story. They're saying that Trump did, in fact, fire the guy. Who knows? Look, the White House is quite in shambles, and that's been going on since Trump has taken office as far as turnover goes. There is more turnover at the White House than in a third-party pyramid scheme. We know this. This is nothing new. The fact that John Bolton is gone is a very good thing, regardless of how terrible Trump is. The fact that some warmongering psychopath like John Bolton, which remember our theory here at this show, all the warmongering is kept in his mustache. If he shaved, he's going to be a big peacenik. I don't know if that's true or not. No science is backing that up. That's a theory we came up with on this show together, that maybe, just maybe, all the warmongering psychopath-ness is kept in his mustache. And if he shaved it, he'd just be like, we should seek more diplomatic solutions, and we should just we should try to have dialogue. And we really got to combat climate change. That's the one war I can get behind, a war against climate change, a war against us continuing our destructive path when it comes to the climate. That's the right kind of war, so to speak. The metaphorical war, if you will. The weapons involve windmills and solar panels and local agriculture and railroads and cars that don't run on fossil fuels. I can get behind all that. But anyway, Trump got rid of Bolton. Who knows why exactly? And I'm sure more is going to surface. Again, this is breaking right now. Right now, we know that Trump got rid of Bolton. Trump saying that he fired Bolton. Bolton saying, you didn't fire me, I quit, to paraphrase a brilliant Nirvana lyric. Some other folks in the White House are backing up Trump's side of it. So is Trump telling the truth? Well, who knows? It's not really all that important one way or another. What's important is that this dude's gone. Donald Trump And, I've been saying this for 3 years now. I don't think Donald Trump really has any convictions one way or another about anything. I think he's just a total narcissist who's dealing with this moment in the spotlight. I don't think he ever really wanted the job of president. I think at the end of the day, Donald Trump was doing a big publicity stunt because he wanted to start Trump TV. I think that's really at the end of the day what he wanted. He wanted to start a network. What happened was people got in his craw a little bit. Obama called him out a little bit. Hillary Clinton called him out a little bit. That hit his ego a little bit. And he thought, I might actually have a chance to win this thing. And he did win the thing. Why did he win the thing? Because he ran against the worst candidate in the history of the Democratic Party. They were quite possibly the two least likable candidates ever in the history of American politics, at least on the surface. And it was an unpopularity contest until the end. You know why? Because the person with less votes won the election. Literally, an unpopularity contest through and through. So anyway, Trump is president now. He's dealing with it. I don't think he has any convictions one way or another. I think he's just kind of flailing in the wind. So it's a good thing that a warmongering psychopath doesn't have his ear anymore. Is there a chance another warmongering psychopath is going to come in? Yeah, of course there's that concern. Donald Trump ran on non-interventionism. He spoke about that on the campaign trail in 2016. He spoke against interventionism. He went against the narrative of his own party. And he attracted people because of it. People drew to him because of that. He didn't really follow through on it. There have been a few moments, but for the most part, he hasn't really followed through on it, especially based on who he surrounded himself with. So maybe, just maybe, John Bolton's psychopath warmongering does have something to do with the reason why John Bolton is gone. I hope so. Do I know one way or another at this point in time? No, I don't. I don't think anyone does. Trump did tweet that they have major disagreements, just kind of left it there. Did they genuinely have disagreements? Was Bolton like, let's bomb everywhere. My mustache is guiding the evil. And Trump was like, I people kind of like my non-interventionist thing. And so I don't think we should do that. And John Bolton was like, unacceptable. And Trump was like, you know what? You're gone. Did that happen? Maybe, maybe not. Is there a chance this was just maybe they had a measuring contest? Trump didn't like the results? Sure. Yeah. There's a good chance that that's all it is too. There's a good chance this is just a personality clash. Because again, there's been more turnover in this White House than in a third-party pyramid scheme. And it's a good thing. It is a good thing. It is a good thing because it stops a very dangerous administration from getting as much done as they could. That's a good thing. And the fact that John Bolton's gone, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. The fact that somebody like John Bolton doesn't have someone like Donald Trump's ear anymore, that's a good thing. That's a relief. So right now, we're still watching this all unfold. More will unfold in the very hour that this show goes on for. Right now, we know John Bolton's gone. That's a good thing. Hopefully, another warmongering psychopath doesn't take his place. Hopefully, it's a warmongering psychopath with the shaved mustache, which takes away the warmongering psychopathness. He's going to get another warmongering psychopath, and it's just like, well, here's another warmongering psychopath to replace this other warmongering psychopath. But then that guy's just going to shave his mustache, and he's going to be like, wait a second, I've had a change of heart. I want peace. I don't want to bomb anywhere. We need to seek diplomacy. We need to really start fighting climate change. That's what I'm going to do. Come on, Donald Trump. We can make it sound cool. I'll tell you how cool it is. And Donald Trump will be like, really? It's cool? Of course it's cool. Melania thinks it's cool. Everyone thinks it's cool. Kanye's on board. And Trump will be like, okay. It's probably not going to work out that way. But it's good that John Bolton's gone. It's really good that a warmongering psychopath who, oh, by the way, his plan for all those countries, by the way, just bomb them. Yeah, we disagreed on Afghanistan. We disagreed on this. His plan was just, well, we're just going to bomb them. We're just going to bomb them relentlessly. All the countries that in North Korea, Iran, Afghanistan, it's good that John Bolton's gone. That's a sigh of relief. Hopefully there's just not another warmongering psychopath to step in. Hopefully that's not the case. Is there a chance that's going to be the case? Yeah, and there's a good chance that's going to be the case based on past behavior. But it's good that John Bolton's gone. It's very, 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 very good that John Bolton's gone. And let's hope for the best. Let's hope that they had genuine disagreements where Trump was like, I'm tired of all these wars. And I told the American people I was going to end them. And I was not going to be an interventionist. I told the American people that. Maybe that happened. I doubt it, because Trump certainly told a bunch of other lies, and he hasn't shown any remorse or any willingness to want to stick to what he actually promised. So we'll see. But John Bolton gone, and that's a good thing. And I drink water from a mason jar, which, by the way, shout out to Mary and Madison, who gave me a poem about a mason jar. She wrote a poem about a mason jar for me, and thank you very much for that, Mary. And it was wonderful to meet you in Madison, and it was wonderful to meet everybody else who I met on the road the past 5 days. It was an amazing run. Thank you all, and it's also amazing that John Bolton's gone. All right, we'll keep an eye on this as it unfolds, but that is breaking, and that is what we know so far. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your